What's going on, everyone? Good evening. I hope everybody had a great day like I did. So, 2 videos ago, or actually one video ago, 2 days ago, I told you all about the parts RSX that I had bought to utilize strictly for the seats. Shout out to my serious buyer, Bruce, who came through, took the whole car. So, that's not the reason for today's video. Today's video is don't let anybody tell you what you already know you have to do. So, before I start this video, I want to say please subscribe to this channel because I need you all to familiarize yourselves with me. Anyways, so don't let anybody tell you what you know you already have to do. This starts from childhood. Obviously, we know that we have chores to get done, and our parents are here telling us, oh, so and so, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do this. And yet, we can't put down that remote, we can't put down that electronic device. We allow it to slip our minds. And what ends up happening is we forget our responsibilities. So then we're reminded, and a lot of the times, if they have to remind us again, we're bothered. But why does it bother us when we already knew it was something that had to get done? It bothers us because people don't like being told things. But you wouldn't have to be told things if you would just do what you already know you have to do. Now, this transcends into adulthood, right? If you carry on these same habits of being stuck to the TV with that remote or to that electronic device or even to that fatty hamburger or whatever it is that you're consuming, eventually what ends up happening is that you don't have anything to show for, right? Besides being a bum ass person or possibly overweight, on your way to obesity. So, if you're taking offense to this, I don't know. I mean, don't blame me. Blame yourself. Take responsibility. It's as simple as that. I take responsibility for my own mistakes that I've made in my past, and I think everybody should take responsibility for their own mistakes. So, this past Saturday, I made a video on how people shouldn't have to be told to repay favors, right? Obviously, if a favor was done for you, you should be able to do it out of your heart and not have to be told, you know. Whenever you do a favor, you do it selflessly. But whenever a favor is done for you, realize what another person has done for you and try to be there to pay that favor back. That's why, once again, favors in politics, favors in anything that shouldn't be, favors are a bad thing. But that's not the point of today's video. The point of today's video is if you don't want anybody to be on your ass, to have to remind you of what you already know you have to do, then get it done. Do it on your own. Find enough motivation to get it done. Obviously, if your future is depending on finding stability, you don't have to have anybody tell you, hey, go get a full-time job. Hey, finish your work, your college courses. Finish whatever it is that you know you have to get done. And a lot of people, they don't come from a two-parent household. They don't have luxuries of stability already in their life to find this. That's fine. That might be a good thing. That might be a bad thing. A good thing in the sense that you don't want to see or you don't want to live through the same squalor that your parents have lived through. A good thing is that, we have a lot of young hustlers out there, hustlers who find a way they find a way to make it happen. They have this hustler's mentality. They're gonna go out there and they're gonna make money no matter what it takes. And I want to say that I respect your hustle. I mean, really and truly, who am I to judge with whatever you do with your life? We are well aware that if we break the law, there are consequences to breaking the law. And we need to accept those consequences. It's as simple as that. A lot of the times, obviously we don't have that stability. We don't have the ability to borrow these loans, money from, whoever it may be, whether it be our parents, our family members, and people have to go out there and make it happen. You just have to be aware and understand that if you're doing something, you're breaking the law, there's going to be a consequence. And me personally, I can't place any judgment on any of my fellow human beings because I myself am guilty of being so imperfect. So there's only one person who can judge us, and that's our Father. So don't ever feel that me personally, I'm trying to tell you what you should or shouldn't be doing with your life. It's not even like that. I'd never attempt to tell another person what they should be doing with their lives because if that person is a logical thinker, has experienced things in their life, and they know that they don't want to live that same life, well, then obviously, why should anybody have to tell you anything? Because obviously, you already know what you have to do in your life to not repeat those same mistakes. So, with that being said, I want to expand on this a little bit. Getting back to that Saturday's video, I ran into a teacher, one of my old teachers, and she tells me, hey Kyle, so what are you doing in your life? And a lot of the times, whenever I run into people who, ask me that question, while I know what I'm doing in my life, because I don't have anything physically to show for, I mean, my interpretation of being able to claim, that you're doing something, obviously is understanding other people. And if other people cannot see something physically, they don't understand. So a lot of the times, I'll just tell them nothing, nothing. But I know myself what I'm doing. I know myself the efforts that I've given. And it hurts me, truly. It does hurt me. It hurts me in my heart because what's happened is, it's like I've said in other videos, I place my trust into people thinking that this is going to be the person to help me get to where I need to get to. And it never fails. Each and every single time I've been betrayed. And I end up back at square one. So I explained to my old teacher and I told her, nothing currently. She's like, nothing? I'm like, well, not necessarily nothing. And she's like, well, what is it that you want to do, Kyle? I want to deal in trust. She's like, well, what do you mean by that? Well, right now I'm not going to expand on, what exactly it is that I'm going to be dealing trust-wise, but I'm going to, let you guys know exactly what I did tell her. I told her that, everything that I've tried to do in my life has been fruitless because instead of placing my faith in our Father, I placed my faith in human beings that I thought were going to, genuinely help me, and what they did was betray me. So as a result, I've not gotten yet to where I need to get to find stability in my life. And it pains me. It pains me because I feel that I have so much responsibility, first and foremost, to our Father, to be a good human being, to care for the people, the poor, people who are unable to care for themselves. Secondly, to my wife and to my children. And thirdly, to my parents, the people who have been here for me. And I thank our Father for providing me with that foundation in my life, because otherwise I'd be lost. And it's taken me so much time to grow and mature. And I like to say, or I like to understand and give reasoning by saying that maybe that's the reason, the purpose for my struggle, for not having been able to yet be able to find stability in my life, because there was a bigger reason, learning, however you want to put it, behind everything that I've been through. I needed to change, and I understand that. I know what I've been blessed with now, and it's greater than any amount of money or anything in this world. There's nothing greater than family and faith. So, with that being said, this message can apply to everyone, to anybody, everybody. Uh, um, a lot of the times, once again, if you've seen, what your parents have been through, what your parent has been through, if you know what you're going through, then you know that you no longer want this in your life. Maybe you no longer want to have to be struggling financially in your life. Maybe you don't want to be overweight anymore and battling health problems. I don't know, but you do. So nobody should have to tell you what you already know that you have to do. A lot of the times, for instance, me personally, I'm here trying to start a couple of businesses. A lot of the times, people trying to start businesses known as entrepreneurs, right? Entrepreneurs, they don't know where to start. And we turn to all these, so-called gurus. But, and I'm not going to put down anybody, because there's not any point in putting down anybody. But one thing that I will tell you is that we don't know the exact situation of these people over here claiming to know business, right? I do know, however, I do know for myself that had I had the ability to borrow a good chunk of money, by now I would be making a lot of money. But that's not the case, right? People who don't have access to this money to make money, they struggle. They struggle. So here we have entrepreneurs turning to these gurus, and these gurus, they tell you everything that you want to hear, but they don't tell you exactly how to start. So to me, I don't believe that that's the motivation that you should be looking for. What you need to look for is somebody that you can immediately turn to. So obviously that's going to be somebody local to you. And what you're going to want to do is approach them with all earnest and sincerity and ask them if they can be your mentor. Because obviously, if you see this person being successful, what you're going to want to do is reach out to them and ask them to help you. And once you learn, I suppose, a foundation, once you build a foundation and you can start building yourself, I suggest that you possibly, I don't mean this in a bad way, distance yourself and start building your own foundation. And the reason I say this is because, if you put yourself in a compromising position and, the other person, if all that matters to them is money and, materialistic things, what's probably going to end up happening is you're going to put yourself in a position to be betrayed. And it's the most awful feeling that a human being can experience. Betrayal. Betrayal, especially because if you built a relationship with this person and you feel that there's some sort of, mentor, father figure, trying to guide you and then they end up betraying you, you're flat out going to feel like shit. So don't put yourself in this position. Just don't do it. Learn from them, see what it takes to be successful, and then afterwards, go out and do it on your own. You don't need anybody to tell you what you already know you have to do in your life. So, let's go ahead and expand a little bit. People who are struggling with their weight. Obviously, you're overweight, and you're asking yourself, how can I do this? How can I lose weight? Well, first of all, it's not science. Let's just say, for instance, you do a workout and you burn 500 calories. But if you're taking in 1,500 calories, what good is that workout going to do for you? A lot of the times, it's putting yourself in an uncomfortable position, and obviously you're going to have to burn more calories than you're taking in order for you to offset that intake and then burn additional calories in order to lose weight. So, really and truly, as I told you, there's no science to losing weight. It's simply understanding that you're going to have to first put it in here, and get it done. It's as simple as that. But when's it going to happen? It's going to happen when you decide that it's going to happen. It's going to happen when you truly want this. And it's like this with anything else. If you want success in your life, nobody has to tell you what you already know that you have to do. So, with that being said, I just wanted to make this video really quickly. And I believe that not only children, early adults, young adults, I believe that this is a message that anybody can gather or interpret a meaning from. And it's simply, if you don't like being told what to do it yourself, because you already know exactly what has to get done. Do it yourself. Stop being lazy. Stop being unmotivated. Find motivation. Find a way to motivate yourself, because nobody else is going to motivate you. You're not going to find motivation from anybody else. It's something that you know you have to do. So get it done. Anyways, hopefully I didn't do a shitty ass job of trying to expand on this. But if I did, well, I'm through with asking for forgiveness. I really am just trying to help out people, everybody. That's what I want to do in my life, because I know what I've been through in my life, and it takes a toll in my heart. It takes a toll in my heart because while God has blessed me with a foundation in my family, I have responsibilities that have to get done. I know all the effort that I've given to get these responsibilities done. And till this day, nothing is going to stop me from finally obtaining this stability so that I can give back not only to my family, not only to do work for my father, for our father, but to do work for people that I don't even know, because I sincerely want to see everybody prosper in my life. I sincerely want to help out people who have given these same efforts and not yet been able to catch a break. Guys, continue to hang in there. Y'all be safe.